Mayong adlaw mga higala o kanina usab kita sa atong tulumanong Tabayan sa Radyo Pilipinas. Yes, mga katambayan o mga higala, no? Niyan usab kita sa ato ang panag-uban karong takna. Anyways, mga katambayan, no? Karong hapunan, no, atong hisgutan, no, ang isa sa importante sa atong kinabuhi. Well, dili gugma atong istorya, no, pero isa sa mga kuan gini importante karong buhi ta karon, no, mao ang dugo, no. Karon man kung panahon ng mga katambayan, no, ang ato ang Southern Philippines Medical Center, mga katambayan, especially katong mga kuan, no, ato ang more kanilang blood service diha, no, nang inahanglan jud sila og daghang dugo, you know. Kabalot ang mga katambayan, no, well, inganira na ilahang kuan, no, daghan manggong mga nadisgrasya, no, daghan kay mga pasyente diha sa SPMC, no, nga kinahanglan yung dugo and then wala sila mahatag na dugo, no, kay lagi kulang sa supply. Kulang din sa supply ang ilahang blood service, mga katambayan. So, mo na kinahanglan din nila ang tabang, no, kinahanglan nila ang tabang gyud gikan sa katawhan, no. Pero alagay uban lagi, no, kay mutabang la kay gusto pud sila matabangan pud, no. At anyways, mga katambayan, ita magdugay, no, ato ang paminawon, no, ang kuan, ato ang sa tawagan blood service, mga katambayan, no, sa Southern Philippines Medical Center, no. Pinaagi ni Ma'am Ma'am Maria Lourdes Guerra, no, ang supervisor sa blood service Megala, o ni Sir Jason kisabay full name ni Sir Jason, mga katambayan, Jason Kahigas, dili Jason Johnson Kahigas, di ayun na usapod sa member o kuando, no, personahe sa SPMC blood service, mga katambayan. Paminawo nato.
Where someone needs blood, so donating blood can save lives. So it is so blood donation has a big impact in our community or in the patient needs, the demand of blood. So it should be so in a blood donation or in a blood program, it is the response of our Republic Act 7719 or the National Blood Service Act of 1994. So it is an act of promoting the voluntary blood donation. Voluntary means the willingness of a person to donate blood and providing adequate supply of blood, so it would be ensured that there is available blood in a patient needs, and we can provide their need during transfusion. And regulating the blood banks, so based on law, so they will also regulate the blood banks, enforcing the law and standards and guidelines from collection, testing, storage, and transfusion of blood and blood products. So it is important na the blood donation is the response of this law, the Republic Act of 771. So the importance of the blood donation, it is crucial for several reasons, because blood donation saving lives, because donated blood is used for surgical trauma and any various medical condition like anemia and cancer. And it's also for emergency preparedness. So blood donation ensure adequate supply during emergencies like natural disasters, accidents that need a large quantities of blood na needed quickly. Then chronic conditions. So many patients with chronic conditions like thalassemia, sickle cell disease, and cancers, etc. They need blood transfusion to manage their condition. And the medical procedures. Most medical procedures like organ transplant and including complex surgery, they need also the blood transfusion. And blood has a limited shelf life, so it is necessary to donate blood regularly to maintain the adequate supply and to maintain the inventory of our blood. Then who can donate blood? So all donors, all people here can donate blood. In the age of 16 to 65 years old can donate blood. 16 to 17 provided that we have consent, informed consent, parents' consent, and consent from the legal guardians. They are healthy and feeling well. They can donate blood and weigh at least 50 kilograms and above. They can donate blood. And no high-risk behavior. So what is a high-risk behavior? They are not engaging into multiple sexual partner or any other risky behavior that they can get sexually transmitted diseases. HIV, Hep B, syphilis, like that. So who can donate blood? So age below 16 years old can donate blood. And the donor, if it is sickly or anemic, can donate blood. And the weight less than 50 kilograms can donate blood. And engage in risky behavior. So as like I said kanina, risky behavior, if this person is engaging in the risky like multiple sexual partner or having sex with any partner na hindi niya kilala, yan. Pwede kasi siya makakuha ng sakit yan. So, yun, they can't donate blood. So, as I can say kanina na the blood has a shelf life. So, yung mga nadodonate natin dugo, may shelf life, may hangganan din sila. So, example, si whole blood at yung packed red blood cells natin has a shelf life of 35 days. And the platelet concentrate, it is a blood product. Yung platelet concentrate is 5 days lang siya. Nakuha natin yan siya from the whole blood. And the fresh frozen plasma, which is the frozen products from the red cell, is yung fresh frozen plasma, and the cryoprecipitate, it is a 1 year shelf life. So, and that's all. And additional from Malu. Yeah. Malu.
Good morning everyone. I'm Malu Vera. I am the supervisor of the blood transfusion, blood production services. First of all, I'd like to thank the PIA for inviting us. This will be an opportunity for us to raise awareness on blood donation, because it is very important. Because blood transfusion can be a life-saving intervention. Every day, countless lives are at risk due to accidents, surgeries, and medical conditions that require blood transfusion. Yet, the blood shortage remains a pressing issue. Hindi lang dito sa atin, kundi worldwide. The biggest challenge facing every blood service facility is to ensure safe and sustainable supply of blood adequate to meet the needs of the patient. Yun ang biggest challenge natin every day. But we cannot do this alone. Hindi natin kaya ng blood service facilities lang. This is a shared responsibility of the community and the healthcare facilities. We cannot achieve blood adequacy if the community will not contribute by organizing a blood donation activity, no? Or if the community will not respond to the call for voluntary blood donation. Kasi ang dugo para sa tao, galing lang sa tao. Do you agree? No? Ang dugo para sa tao, galing lang sa tao. Meaning, if wala tayong blood donors, wala tayong blood supplies. Why? Because blood cannot be manufactured. No? This is the kind of medicine that relies solely on the generosity and goodwill of blood donors. Para magkaroon tayo ng sufficient supply of blood for medical use. No? Voluntary donors are the backbone of this life-saving effort. They are very important. Every day, there are may ilang patients, no? Badly needing blood transfusion. In SPMC alone, we need at least 100 blood units daily. No? Yun ang pangangailangan natin. That's why it is very important to advocate, to promote voluntary blood donation. I understand we have medias here, right? Media is a powerful platform to inspire and inform. No? We need your help. We need your help. Let us use this influence to raise awareness of the importance of blood donation. No? Dispel myths and misconceptions. Emphasize the simplicity and safety of the blood donation process. As what Mr. Johnson Tahegas mentioned a while ago, that blood donation is only 1 hour. No? It takes only 1 hour. But dahil sa 1 hour na yan, your donated blood can save lives. Yeah? So, we are here to ask for your help. Again, no? So that ma-emphasize natin yun kung gaano pala kasimple, gaano pala kadali ang mag-donate ng dugo. No? Let us inspire a culture that wherein the blood donation can become a natural and regular act, no, for everyone who are eligible to donate. Just like in other countries, nagiging ano na siya parang automatic, no? If you are eligible to donate blood, then pupunta lang sila sa blood service facilities to donate blood. We can make that possible also here in the Philippines, no? And so that we can, kumbaga pa, have more donors, encourage more people to donate blood regularly. Okay, so yun, no? Thank you again. No? So later, siguro, if you have questions, we can answer that. No? So again, thank you very much.
Yes, mga katambayan, mo to, no, ang pahayag ni Sir Johnson Tahegas, no, o ni Ma'am Maria Lourdes Guerra, no, with regard sa tuang sitwasyon diyan, no, bilang panawagan, no, for a blood donation, no, dapat ay mag-donate gid, no. Anyways, mga katambayan, sa itong pagbalik at paminaw, no, kung ang mga ilang tubag sa mga pangutana, no, especially sa mga sakop sa media, no, kinaiuban din no, sa batong mga myth, sa batong dapat buhaton, o katong mga ang ginapangutana, kani kay sukin mamuyboy ni atong mga hindi na lang mukuan daw sila, mo donate daw sila dugo, pero sila dili makakuha dugo. Ay nako. Anyways, mga katambayan, balik kita man lang sa mga importante pinumduming atong sibianan. Okay, mga katambayan, balik kita din sa tuang panag-uban, no? Sa itong tulumanong tambayan sa Radyo Pilipinas, no? O karungtak na ang mga katambayan, no? Ato ng paminaw, no? Balik sila Sir Johnson Tahegas, no? O si Ma'am Maria Lourdes Guerra, no? Sa Southern Philippines Medical Center Blood Service, mga higala, no? Nasa ilang tubagon, no? Ang mga pangutana Pangutana na mo no sa kano nga gikan na pud sa katawhan o babasa na mo sa mga comments no sa social media pages nato. Anyways, ato maglangan ato na paminawon.
Ano naman, basic knowledge lang ma'am that we need to know, no, in blood donation po. Ano po yung, kasi may mga myths kasi na nagkakalat po until now, no. Yun pa rin na pinaniniwalaan ng mga tao. So ano po yung mga basic knowledge for them to know? Ano ba yung mga dapat or anong dapat gawin pag nag-donate ng dugo?
So, before tayo mag-donate ng dugo, so kailangan feeling well and healthy. Then, at least nakainom tayo ng tubig for more than 8 glasses a day. And saktong tulog, 6 to 8 hours. So, mga ganun na mga, at saka yun, hindi ka nag-engage or risky behavior. Ano bang mga risky behavior? Yung mga may mga multiple social partner, yung mga involved sa mga drugs, so hindi tayo pwede mag-donate ng dugo. Kasi pwede tayong makakuha ng sakit na kasabi ko na mga sexually transmitted disease, di ba? Makuha natin dyan. So, yan ang mga permanently deferred na yan. So, like HEPA-B, HIV, syphilis, yan, hindi na sila pwedeng mag-donate ng dugo. Pero kung ikaw naman ay healthy, walang risky behavior, pwede ka makadonate. Tsaka walang mga any medication. If ever may mga medication naman, pwede naman provided na is inform lang yung doctor for medical evaluation.
Nasa lang po, Dr. Parsi, ano yung mga usual na tanong pag may tattoo po daw, bawal po daw mag-donate?
Yung mga usual na tanong like tattoo or body piercing, pwede sila makadonate basta nakaabot ng 12 months. So, therefore sila for 12 months from tattoo and body piercing or ear piercing. So, after 12 months nun, pwede na sila mag-donate ng dugo.
Pag so 2 years na kasi nila body piercing, pwede na.
Pwede na po sila mag-donate.
Under 12 months.
Yes, sir. Basta sobra 12 months or 12 months na yung tattoo or ear piercing, body piercing, so pwede na po makadonate.
I would just like also to add, no, regarding yung mga fears na sa blood donation. Kasi kasagaran ay, basig maluya ko, no? Ay, basig malipo ko, maluya ko, no? Now, the average individual, meron tayo 70 to 80 cc of blood, no, per kilogram. So, yan siya. Ang kukunin na blood, if ever you donate blood, is only 430 cc. Okay. And then, half of that, tubig lang siya, no? Which can be replaced within 24 to 48 hours. So, if yun nga, qualified ka, 50 kilos pataas, no? Ang qualification mo would fit, no, to become a blood donor. Wala tayong kailangan ikatakot, no, about yung baka may mangyari sa atin.
Nasa lang ma'am, kung saan ako ma'am ang supply sa dugo sa blood bank ma'am kay or so adagan kayo so post sa social media on medyo na kulang or sa konsepta niya ng ginapangayo is wala sila available sa blood bank. Kumusta kung supply niya karon sa dugo? Ay katong other parts ko itong nalay kanang certain part ng sa dugo na ginagawa na especially sa mga nagadialysis.
Yes, as I've said kanina, no, we're doing our best to really collect blood. We have 5 blood centers dito sa Pilipinas, sa Davao, no? But yung the information or the invitation to donate blood, marami pang hindi nakakaalam, no? Yung mga potential donors natin. That's why yung ating blood shortage remains a pressing issue until now. Kulang pa rin siya, no? Because much as ginagawa namin ang lahat to increase our collection, but the demand is also increasing. That's why we encourage everyone to donate blood and do it regularly because ang ating dugo may shelf life din siya. No? So that's why para magkaroon tayo ng continuous supply of blood, kailangan continuous din ang ating donation. No? Just like yung sinasabi ng may platelet. Si platelet, yan ang pinakamahirap dahil 5 days lang ang kanyang shelf life. No? After that, hindi na siya pwedeng gamitin. And we have many patients na nangangailangan sa SPMC alone, na nangangailangan ng platelet, mga leukemia patient, aplastic anemia, no? That's why we're doing our best para mabigay natin yun so that we can provide because that is the vision of this program, no? Safe blood for all at all times. Mag-provide natin ang pangangailangan ng pasyente all the time, no? At all times, meron tayong blood supply. But as I've said, we cannot do it alone. This is a shared responsibility of the community and the healthcare facilities.
Naglisod sila og pangita og dugo bisan naa sila card do katong donation card unya kailangan pa magbitbit og somebody para mo replace atong ilang nakuha nga dugo nga nag-donor naman sila og dugo. Pwede pa klaro sa proseso unsay advantage ba sa isa o kung naaman nabay advantage ang tao nga donor panahon nga manginahanglan sa dugo or anybody from the family.
Thank you. As to the advantage, no, na-agreed akong advantage kung donor ang tao. Because, nakapag-watawag ng lean months. No? During lean months, walang time na ubos ang atong inventory agad. Why? Because, katong ato ang mga program partners, dili pa sila pwede mag-organize a blood donation activity due to budgetary constraints. No? So, muna gatawag natin ang lean months. Now, during lean months, ang atong priority sa pag-access sa blood ay emergency. Of course, ang emergency, automatic yan. No? And then, the donors, and ang ilahang donor dependents. So muna ato ang priority in terms of access sa blood. You know? So what is ang dako kayo nga advantage aside of course from the fact that we are able to help, no? Save many lives. And then another question katong wala na hatagan, no? So we need to know kung unsa tong produkto ang ilang gikinahanglan. Yes, unsa nga produkto? Because sama sa kong dimension ganina na ito'y platelet, no? Which is really siya all the time available sa blood centers. No? So, it could be na platelet ang iyong panginahanglan. It could be that at that time nanginahanglan siya, nasa sa months. That's why we require na magdala sila og donors. No? So, those are facts na kailangan natin mahibayan usa, no? Before natin makuan. Kasi case-to-case basis kasi siya. But one thing is sure, so as long as available ang blood units na need sa pasyente, we provide.
Last na lang po, pila ang price na karon sa blood?
Yeah. In terms of sa blood processing fee, let me reiterate that blood is free. No? Blood is free. What we are paying is the blood processing fee which covers the mga expenses incurred for recruitment, testing, processing of blood. No? Now, sa blood processing fee, that will depend sa blood product. For whole blood, ang blood processing fee is 1,800. And then the PAC RBC, 1,500. We have platelet, FFP, cryoprecipitate. Ang processing fee niya is 1,000 pesos. But this processing fee, pwede na natin i-charge sa PhilHealth, pwede natin siya i-charge sa UNAP, sa mga sakit or any financial assistance para hindi kailangan na out of the pocket ang atuang pagbayad sa blood processing fee.
Okay, we'll entertain a few questions. Can I part pa?
Okay, first po kay
So, mao to ang ilahang tubag mga katambayan, no? So, anyways, buka to naglangkob sa itong panag-uban karong adlaw, no? Hangtod sunod pohon mga katambayan, unta namoy nakutlo sa tuang kon, no? Namoy nakutlo sa tuang gihisgutan karong adlaw. Hangtod sunod pohon, daghang salamat ug mayong adlaw.